the record button and everything starts.
Yes.
So you want that pushed when Joanne starts playing?
Yeah.
Or anyone comes in?
Yep.
So you're not only live streaming it, you're recording it at the same
Yes.
time.
The app does both things at the same time. It streams it out live, and it also records the video for you to watch later on.
So if we wanted to put this on our website, how do you know how to do that afterwards?
I don't, but I could try to figure that out.
Yeah, because it'd be nice to have both Palm Sunday and Easter and eliminate some of Cody's.
Yeah. So, so let's walk through this again verbally.
Okay.
First thing you come in, you pick up the gray iPad out of the office.
Where is it usually on the counter?
Yeah, on the counter by the calendar.
Okay. You come in, you turn on the light.
Make sure to grab a bulletin.
Get a bulletin. Come in, put it down. Turn that one on.
Turn the soundboard on first.
Yes. Okay. Well,
Because the thing is,
I'm leaving the sound to you.
If you turn on the speakers before you turn on the soundboard and the microphone things, the speakers will pop, and that's not good for the speakers. So that's why.
Okay.
So soundboard and microphone receivers,
That one.
speakers.
That one.
Yep.
Check
the camera over there.
Then come
check the camera over here. You'll select horizontal in the bottom, and then share camera on the top. Okay.
Now, do you touch the orange bar?
No.
So it's just the bottom and the top.
Okay. And then you'll come back to the iPad. And actually, let's go back to that table over there really quick. I'm going to pull this table out. I'm going to move these wires. So when you come back here and you sit at this table.
Did you do it all this way too?
Yes, but I made this better and I made it bigger. This is the old version.
She even wrote it out for us.
So these two wires are necessary for the iPad. Okay? So this is an HDMI cord with an adapter here. This is going to be plugged into where the iPad charges, this bottom port. You do it when you're getting here before you set up the multi-streaming event.
Okay, so after you've turned on all the sound and cameras.
Yep. So again, it goes right here where the iPad charges. Okay? And this is what I call the bottom port. Bottom port. Okay? This black one, this is for audio. So if this is not plugged in,
they can't hear anything.
They can only hear what the microphone on the iPad catches, and it's not very effective for the live stream.
No, and you can't really hear them singing hymns at home.
So you have to plug it into this port here. It's directly opposite from where the power button is. Yep. Right and left. Right and left. Okay? So now it's showing that we don't have audio because it's not, we're not connected to the audio from the iPad. What's connected is the speakers and the microphone. So that's why the audio levels are different. Okay, but the audio levels show up when I'm talking in the microphone. And it really does have to be right in front of your mouth for it to show up on here, if you notice that. And or you do have to project your voice a little bit. Yeah. So I'm going to unplug the audio. So now the iPad is capturing our voices with the microphone that's already built into this iPad, so that we don't need to use this microphone. But you do need to plug it in. Okay? So then we are going to go to multi-streaming. That's where we go when we want to record the service. Once we've got everything set up, and we're set up back here, we've got these things plugged in, we're going to go to the outputs, this box with the arrow out, click on multi-streaming. Okay? It's not going to let us do it right now together because we're already in a multi-streaming event, but you're going to follow those instructions where you go to multi-streaming, create a new multi-streaming event.
And that's a little orange box.
And then it's going to ask you to select destinations. So we're going to switcher YouTube. And if it will let you, try to click on Facebook, but it's okay if Facebook doesn't show up. So you scroll down to the bottom of that page and you see that switcher and YouTube are selected. You press OK, continue. And then it's going to take you to the page where it asks you if you want to go live now or schedule for later. You say go live now. You give it a title, which is date live stream. 3/24 live stream. 3/31 live stream. And then below the title is a box where it asks for a description of your event. Just type in date live stream.
So you just do that in all three boxes?
In 2 boxes.
324 live stream.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. And in 2 boxes, you'll type the date and the live stream.
And then the third one, it's about event?
It says go live now. You want it to be going live now. You're not recording it to go live at a later time. You're just going to go live now.
Okay.
And then you scroll down and it gives you the option for the definition. Use just 720p. And then it'll confirm YouTube and switcher. And you say, yes, create. And then another box will come up and say it's successfully configured. And you say, okay, I don't need that. And then you have a live stream. And that is how you know that you're good to record, is when you've gone through all of those steps.
This is recording right now?
Right now. So that's why I'm talking through the steps, so that we can have this video saved and walk through it again if we need to. So whenever we're ready to start, and I usually start recording a little bit before Joanne starts playing, so you can kind of see people coming in, you hear them chattering a little bit, and then Joanne starts playing and people start really coming in earnest.
Betty does announcements before Joanne plays.
Right. So
do this one first, then this one.
Yep. So this is
Tell me again how you switch them.
Okay. So you're just it's just which ones you tap.
Double tap the one you want.
Double tap is live. And then the live, you're going to know that it's live because it's the red border. One single tap is the preview. So what we can see over here in the preview is not what they will see on YouTube.
So this is what they see at home.
Yeah.
So since Betty does announcements first, you would have that up first.
Yes.
Then, how did I do that?
So this is just a weird little thing that happens where you see how it's both blue and red?
Yes.
For some reason, sometimes it is both the preview and the live. That's okay. If you just do one tap for preview, it'll go back to the 2 screens.
So you start with this one because of Betty.
Then
you switch to the prelude.
Yep.
Then you switch back.
Go back to, and that's why it's important to have the bulletin, because we'll just follow along. So, we'll go to Betty, then we'll switch over to Joanne, and then the call to worship, the liturgist, we'll go back to the liturgist so we can watch them read the call to worship. Then we'll go back to Joanne for the hymn. Go back to the sanctuary for the pastoral prayer, prayers of the people. Go back to Joanne to sing, and then go back to the sanctuary for the scripture. And then it'll stay here for Betty for her sermon. And then we switch back to Joanne for the hymn, switch back to Betty for the offertory and the benediction.
Right.
And we can end on Joanne because she's going to play the Spirit of the Living God fall afresh on me. And then what I usually do is the last couple of minutes is just focus back on the sanctuary as people are standing and talking to each other and going out into the fellowship hall. And then maybe 1 or 2 minutes after the service ends, then I finish and I press stop recording. So again, there's going to be a couple seconds lag time between what they see at home and what's going on here. So, so if they're watching, they'll see a couple minutes of people connecting and going out to the fellowship hall, and then it will go black and it will say the live video has finished or whatever.
Yes, it does. Okay.
Now, we can't talk back here, can we? They'll hear it at home.
Right. They would, well, if it's plugged in to this audio jack, they won't hear us talking back here. Me and Isaac were talking to say, oh, should you go here or what should you press? That stuff. That's fine.
Does he get it?
He does, but it sounds like he's got a youth group that he's been going to on Sundays. So I'm not sure if he's going to be here.
Yeah, I was saying if a 12-year-old can do it, we should be able to do it.
It's still Greek to me.
All right, so I have one question.
Mm-hmm.
You plugged this one in?
Uh-huh.
Why?
This is the audio, or not the audio. This is the visual. So
This is the cameras.
uh-huh.
This one you plug in because it's the audio.
It's the audio. It's connected to the speakers.
Okay.
So you can hear the microphones better.
That needs to be done.
It definitely needs to be plugged in, yes.
Okay. And we're getting noise here just because it's picking up what we're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. 9:30?
6:30?
Mike, what questions do you have?
How do I get on?
How do you get on? Sure. So,
Let me try it.
okay. Yeah. You try.
No, the other way back.